Eminem's ex-wife reveals the truth about Eminem's past.
It was a big thing in a relationship, but I don't know if he was a good husband or not, really.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Eminem is one of the most important rappers in the history of the genre, and a lot of his life has been made public for all to see. But there are some things you likely didn't know that his ex-wife has now revealed. So be sure to watch this entire video, as you're not going to want to miss out on what we have to share with you all today. Also, leave a like and subscribe to King Trending. Number 8. He was put in a coma just at the age of 9.
He may have better clothes or whatever, but he can't do this like me. You know what I mean? He can't write what I'm writing right now.
There are many moments that define a person's life, and childhood is a series of moments that really help us make us to the adults that we are today. Eminem did not have a good childhood. He's expressed that frequently, from how his mom couldn't hold a steady job to how his father left him, and on and on. But his biggest of these moments came when he was just at 9 years old. His school was something that Eminem felt he had to share to some extent, mainly because he kept on moving from school to school due to his mother's lack of stability. This made him a loner, and as a loner, he had no one to protect him when he got bullied. One incident even saw him getting actually put into a coma for almost a week, and that's insane, especially for a 9-year-old. According to MTV, it all started just 2 days before his 9th birthday, when a named bully, D'Angelo Bailey, split his lip and knocked the wind out of him. From there, things only got worse and worse. Again, no one was willing to help or protect Eminem. A couple months later, Bailey rolled up a snowball which contained a heavy object or a piece of ice, and hurled it at Eminem's direction, doing real damage. And the fact this happened at all shows how dark his childhood really was. Not surprisingly, Eminem was all for using some of his experiences in his life to fuel his music, including his confrontations with bullies. In an interview with Billboard, Eminem opened up about the incidents in depth and explained how he used that hurt to build up a rap career. I think the message will resonate with many kids contemplating an easy way out. Even the biggest stars have gone through bullying and survived it. Furthermore, have come out on top. So can you. I was beat up in the bathrooms, in the hallways, shoved in the lockers, for the most part for being a new kid. What got me through this phase of my life was rapping. I found something. Yeah, this kid over there may have some more chicks or better clothes, but he can't do this like me. I started to feel like I was getting a little respect. It's good to see that he got through this incident and used it to his advantage, which is something Eminem is obviously very good at doing. Still, it's sad that he had to endure it. And just as sad, bullying like this still goes on in schools today despite a zero-tolerance policy against it. Number 7. As a youngster, Marshall harbored ambitions to become a comic book artist.
McCarthy, here today to talk about graphic novel Eminem in My Skin, written by myself and Barnaby Legg.
We all have our hobbies, and some of them actually fuel our desires to be more than what we are. While Eminem would eventually be fueled by the underground rap scene of Detroit once upon a time, he had a much different ambition, being a comic book artist, which explains various animated threads going throughout his career, including the double baiting Mosh video and the Slim Shady Show series. If you're unaware of the Slim Shady Show, it's basically a series which was uploaded to the internet and later to DVD, which kind of feels like South Park. In fact, the first episode, Eminem visits the town, and it's all kinds of weird. But who knows, maybe if things had turned out differently, Eminem would become a famous comic book artist. But easily the most interesting thing has to be that Marvel featured Eminem as a character in one of their Punisher comic books. It came back out in 2009, just after Eminem finished his 5-year hiatus, and was about to release Relapse. Definitely an interesting comic book, so be sure to check it out if you ever have the chance. And Eminem's love for the comic was clear when the Netflix series about the Punisher got canceled after 2 seasons because of the division going on between Disney and Netflix streaming services. Yeah, you know. Slim Shady wasn't happy about it at all, so he sent out a tweet in support of the show. When he did, the stars of the show jumped in and said that that was proof that Netflix screwed up because Eminem was on their side. It's easy to make fun of Eminem because of his slight forays into the comic and animation worlds, but the truth is, at least he tried. He's trying to fulfill one dream while living the other. And to be honest, all of us want that to some extent, right? And who knows? Now that he's back on top again after the Kamikaze album, he might try and get back into things. Number 6. He came up with his nickname while on the toilet. Yes, that's right. Eminem came up with his moniker while sitting on the toilet one day. Eminem's legal name is Marshall Bruce Mathers III, and Eminem is a euphemism for his initials. Have you ever wondered how he came up with his name Slim Shady? It is his famous alias that he calls himself, and it has made a huge mark on his career. According to rumors, he got the pseudonym while he was taking care of his business on the toilet. No one exactly knows the process that helped him discover the name, but it's kind of funny, especially when you consider that the name Slim Shady is just as famous as Eminem. This, of course, is due to many reasons, but not the least of which is because of the real Slim Shady. And hey, a lot of great ideas in history have come from the bathroom. Napoleon agreeing to sell the Louisiana Purchase to America. Doc Brown coming up with the flux capacitor. I could go on. Number 5. He was sued by his own mother.
A tongue sharper than a razor, and everybody knows in his lyrics he can cut anybody down in a second.
How would you feel if your own parents were to sue you? It would hurt terribly, right? Well, Eminem's mother took him to court after filing a $1 million lawsuit against him. She made this claim because she said her son was slandering her. During her previous lawsuit, she did not win the $1 million that she was after, and it's obvious that Eminem's mother was just trying to collect some more cash. Eminem's relationship with his mother has been tenuous at best, and while she did support him throughout his childhood, after his father left him, she wasn't the kindest of mothers, and he claims that she had substance abuse issues. She denied this heavily, and he also noted that her treatment of him wasn't on par at times, if you get my drift, which is what led to the first lawsuit. There are rumors that have been made up, but it's never going to be the best of relationships. Number 4. He was once a target for the Secret Service.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not.
During the 2017 BET Awards, Eminem famously scorched Donald Trump with a cipher. After rattling off a lengthy list of grievances, including Trump's frequent race baiting and faux patriotism, Eminem ended the cipher with a definitive declaration. I'm drawing in the sand a line. You're either for or against. And if you can't decide who you like more and you're split on who you should stand by, I'll do it for you with this. F you. The rest of America stand up. Now, as Eminem revealed on his new album Kamikaze, it seemed like the cipher led to a visit from the US Secret Service. Near the end of the opening track, The Ringer, Eminem reflects on the cipher asking, was it even worth it? As he's watching my fan base shrink to thirds. He's going on to admit that he would at least reword it to show more empathy towards the people this evil serpent sold the dream to that he's deserted. In a statement, a representative for the US Secret Service told Time magazine that the organization does not confirm or comment on the absence or existence of specific investigations, but added, we can't say, however, the Secret Service investigates all threats against the president. Definitive, not so much, but if Eminem's history has taught us anything, he honestly doesn't make up stuff like this, so if he says it happened, there's a good chance that it really did. Number 3. Elton John helped him with his substance abuse issues.
Came out and supported the fact that he isn't. I appeared on the Grammys with him doing Stan. Instead of Dido, I did the Dido part.
As many of you all know, Eminem was a victim of substance abuse issues during his lifetime. However, what many of you may not know is that the famous singer Elton John actually helped Eminem kick the habit. This happened back in 2010 when Eminem was really struggling. Elton John said, I've been helping Eminem in the last 18 months, and he's doing brilliantly. Going on to refer his own successful struggle with addiction. When you give it up, you tend to think everybody else has given it up, but of course it's just as prevalent as it ever was. Nowadays, pills such as downers are even more damaging. The friendship between these two actually is rather legendary, including the performance that Eminem and Elton John gave at the Grammys once.
Shy and retiring, Marshall Mathers is now the biggest selling recording artist in the world.
And it was Eminem's idea to have it happen, to show the support to Elton John and his lifestyle. Number 2. He turned down a lead role in the movie Asylum.
And then he refused to leave Detroit, and the movie was meant to not be in Detroit. So I was like, that won't work.
Eminem has done a lot of acting in various mediums, including his semi-biographical picture, 8 Mile. But it turns out he was offered the leading role for the sci-fi epic Asylum, but decided to turn it down because the film wasn't being shot in Detroit. If you don't know, Eminem is a native of Detroit and is very loyal to the city that raised him. Perhaps a little too much though, because Asylum would have taken his career to a whole nother level. The leading role ended up being given to Matt Damon, who's actually director Neil Blomkamp's third option behind Eminem. The movie was a mild success, and Damon was praised for the role. It's unclear if Eminem could have given the same performance given his limited time acting in major films. Unfortunately for you all Slim Shady fans out there, Eminem is in no rush to return to the big screen. There are some things in the works, a couple scripts, he explained. I guess it's more so just waiting to see how they come together. Obviously, it's gotta be something that I feel is dope enough to make me want to say, okay, let me put the mic down for a second and go do this movie. There are some things that are in the works, I guess we'll just have to see how they come together. So his acting career is a bit up in the air, but given how much money Eminem has, he can do whatever he really wants when he wants to. Number 1. His hit song, My Name Is, contains a secret message if you play it backwards.
Eminem.
Eminem's debut album, the Slim Shady LP, dropped 19 years ago. His breakout song for the January 29th, 1999 release was My Name Is. The hit gave Eminem the Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance the following year. But did you know that that joint had a secret message if you played it backwards? Well, it turns out if you played it in reverse, it says, it is Slim Shady, it is Eminem. It is Eminem, it is Eminem, it is Slim. It is Eminem, it is Eminem, it is Eminem. Pretty simple, but it's fun. It actually pokes fun at the conspiracy theories about songs that have hidden messages. It should also be noted that My Name Is was was used to help promote the recent DC comic film, Shazam, which was the #1 movie in the world on its debut. And there you have it, a deeper look into the past of Eminem. So did you learn more about the legendary rapper? Which bits were your favorites? And if so, you want to be more vocal about it, tell me in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time on King Trending. A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.